Soak the garlic in water to encourage root growth. Garlic planted in soil this way will grow faster. This is a method for rapid rooting of garlic. Prepare 1 plastic bottle for rooting for each garlic bulb. Peel the outer skin layers off the garlic bulbs. Then, trim the tops of the cloves with a knife. Do this with each garlic bulb you want to root faster. Even if it has already started to sprout a green stem, trim it. This procedure stimulates the garlic to grow faster and accelerates rooting. Cut off the top part of the plastic bottles. Shorten the bottles and insert the inverted top part into them. Pour water into the prepared bottles. Place the garlic bulbs in them. The bottom part of the bulb must be submerged in water. Check, change, and top up the water daily. Keep the garlic on the windowsill, but not in direct sunlight. After a few days, the garlic will have substantial roots and will sprout young stems. After 1 to 2 weeks, it's time to plant them. Separate the bulbs with roots. As you can see, the roots are beautiful. If you wait longer to plant, you'll see the garlic forming cloves. Soak the garlic in a bowl of water and add some salt. Soak the garlic for about 15 minutes. Salt protects the garlic from pests and prevents fungal diseases. Then dry it. If you want, plant some of the garlic in a pot. It can be placed on a windowsill. These conditions will ensure you have garlic quickly at home. Plant the rest of the garlic in the garden. I plant garlic on newspapers, but I'll talk about planting garlic on newspapers in the next video. So stay tuned for updates. I have parsley all winter long, thanks to storing its roots using this old method. It turns out you don't have to keep all the roots in a mound if you want fresh parsley leaves. After harvesting the vegetables in autumn, set aside healthy roots, prepare some sand. For wintering parsley, it should be moist and clean, ideally fine like construction sand. Place a layer of sand at the bottom of a container. This container can be a bucket, but it needs to be deep enough to hold the parsley roots. Line the sides of the bucket with sand and then place the parsley roots inside. It's best to clean the roots of the stems from the cut parsley beforehand. However, the parsley must retain some green stems from which fresh leaves will grow. Cover the roots with sand and continue layering until the bucket is full. Gently water the entire setup, preferably using rainwater. Store it in a cool, dry place like a basement or garage, where the temperature stays between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius. With this method, the parsley roots will stay fresh and ready for use all winter long. All you need is a bucket or another container, and you'll always have fresh parsley on hand. Do you use fresh herbs when cooking? This trick will save you a lot of time. Don't pluck the leaves by hand. That's a waste of time. Just use a regular kitchen grater. Snap off the herbs from the stems, pass them through the largest opening, and pull. The leaves, which are the most aromatic part of the herbs, will remain on the grater. The stems will detach themselves right at the leaves. Were you aware of this use for a grater? Almost everyone has it at home. We use it for peeling vegetables such as potatoes, cucumbers, or carrots. But do you know what the protruding element is for? Most people don't pay any attention to it at all. However, since it's there, it surely serves a purpose. Peelers are strange in general. They have blades attached in one place in the middle, making them movable. 2 blades. Just this element, upon reflection, is odd. When you peel vegetables, you usually move the blade in only one direction. And here's the first surprise. Proper use of a peeler involves peeling vegetables in both directions. For example, when peeling carrots or cucumbers, you can peel these vegetables twice as fast. See how simple it is. It's a big help when preparing dinner. Just try it a few times and you won't peel vegetables the old way anymore. And what about that element? It's only on one side. It's not metallic. Sometimes, intuitively, when peeling potatoes, some people use this element to remove those black eyes. But it has a better application. You can use it to cut through any thicker skin, like when peeling oranges. You don't need to use a separate knife. You don't need to use a knife at all. Just that peeler. Did you know you could peel oranges with it? Did you know about these peeler functions? This trick is as old as the first stockings. You just need to take an onion and put it into the stocking. Tie a knot and add the next onions one by one. Separate each with a knot. Now hang them up in your kitchen and cut off only the onion you want to use. Onions tend to rot and contaminate other vegetables. Storing them this way prevents that problem. Use tape to keep tomatoes fresh for longer. Tape protects them from spoiling. The spot where the tomato was separated from the stem is more vulnerable to bacteria and moisture, which can speed up the rotting process. By covering this spot with tape, you create a barrier that keeps harmful elements out and extends the freshness of the tomato. Place a piece of celery in the bag with your toast bread, and you'll notice and taste the difference. Toast bread spoils quickly after opening, but if you add a bit of celery, you'll save the whole loaf. Celery releases moisture that prevents the bread from drying out and protects it from mold. Potatoes and apples are a great combination. You just need to place 2 large apples in the basket with your potatoes and cover them with a kitchen towel. The gas released by the apples prevents the potatoes from sprouting. With this method, your potatoes will stay fresh and good for longer. Culinary tricks taught in cooking courses. These clever peeling hacks save me a lot of time and stress. Take an orange and cut off both ends. Then, make a single cut in the peel and lay the fruit flat. This creates orange wedges that are easy to remove from the peel without having to peel the whole fruit. Mushrooms appear in many recipes. Before frying or cooking them, they often need to be sliced. To do this quickly like a chef, remove the stems first. Then stack the caps on top of each other. A long skewer will also be useful. Insert it through the mushrooms and slice them with a knife. This trick makes cutting a whole pack of mushrooms 3 times faster. Celery is a healthy and delicious ingredient. Few people know there's a quick way to get rid of its stringy parts. To do this, grab the celery by both ends and bend it. The tougher end will naturally break at the right spot. Then, lift it upwards and pull it towards the other end of the vegetable. Like magic, the stringy parts will come right off. Many people avoid buying pomelo due to the difficulty of peeling it. The thick membranes inside can be annoying and hard to separate. There's a clever trick for this. Simply slice the fruit, including the skin, into slices about 3 centimeters thick. Then, cut the slices in half. Using your hands, separate the juicy parts of the fruit. They come off easily without sticking to the white membrane. Let us know which city you're watching from. Every avocado lover should know this trick. If you've ever cut yourself while peeling or removing the pit, this method will save you a lot of hassle. Cut the avocado in half, then put the knife down. The pit can be removed in a less invasive way. Just press on the other side of the avocado, right where the pit is, and push it out from the green flesh without damaging it. You can remove the skin in 2 ways. The first requires a knife. Lay the avocado half flat and cut it in half again. Then, grab the end of the skin and peel it off the green part. It should come off easily. The second method works better for very ripe avocados. Hold one half in one hand, and with the other, use a large spoon to scoop the flesh out of the skin.